Hey there. Hope this is okay. I hope you can hear me. Apparently this is my first video. Maybe I'm too close. Maybe I'm just right, but I think it's okay for now. My name's Averan, and first of all, just let you know I'm making this video because it's hard to talk about, but my doctor said that talking to people, telling about what's going through my head helps to fix me. So I have depression, major depression. I have social anxiety, and I have PTSD with a little bit of OCD. So I got a mixture of issues, and yeah, definitely it's hard to talk about, as you probably noticed. So, let me know if this is too quiet. I don't. I usually have a soft voice, so anyway, I don't want to take a lot of time, but I hope I can make a regular um, thing of this, making videos and talking to somebody else. Hopefully, there's one person out there listening. But just a little overview. I haven't been this way my whole life, obviously. It's probably taken, I don't know, maybe 15 years or something to get like this. So apparently, you know, my doctor said that it's going to take that long, if not longer, to get back to being normal, as I call unbroken. Um, so let me start with a simple way of how I see it. So the simplest way I can explain what's going on with me, how things I can see in my head that affect me, is I think my head's basically a jar of gumballs. Um, some people are used to obviously having gumballs of one size. A size that fits in your mouth and you chew it and that's it. But the reason why I compare it that way is because to me they come in different sizes. So something that impacts my life, it can be a huge gumball, and it could be taking a lot of space in my head or in my jar, and so that leaves less space for other things that happen in my life or that um, affect me to the point where they're stored and um, and they take up space. So there's less space for me to be emotional and to be basically in control of my mind and my emotions and just my well-being overall. But right now, I feel like I'm over a capacity. There's no more room in my head for any more gumballs. It's just completely hard to deal with simple things like watching a movie and you know reading something in the news or hearing it or on social media, anything, just simple things set off triggers in me, and they all pertain back to things that's happened to me in the past, and um, I definitely will get into later of some of the major issues. But I am married, and being married has, there's good parts of being married, but then, of course, there's people run into obstacles, and so that's something that goes through my head, and um, But, you know, I just, I don't want to get in a lot of detail right now, and I don't definitely want to, waste your time or my time. I'm not wasting my time, but I just don't want to make this video long and bore you, because I'm frankly, just like I said, it's new to me, something I want to try. But the whole point of making this video was that my biggest problem is that because of all the issues, because of everything that I've been through, and the point of my life, I'm not feeling, I don't know which is the correct word, but I just don't feel like I've achieved what I, should have achieved. And everybody could say, that's the same problem for everybody. But when you're like me and you have the conditions you have, and you're, like I said, with that head full of gumballs, and there's no more room for anything, it's hard to feel like you belong somewhere, and it's hard to feel like you're not alone. I think that's my biggest problem, is that at times, I won't physically be alone, but in my head, I'm alone, and it makes me emotional, and it makes me think of things, not necessarily post-traumatic stress, those things that happened, but just the emotion that was there, and it builds up and it builds up and it wants to explode. And I just wanted to relate to somebody out there, to anybody who is in the same situation, that, it's even hard for me to understand, and it's hard for me to remember every day, every minute of every day, that you're not alone, that, you have family, and they don't see it. They don't see what you're going through. They don't see, they don't understand how you're broken. And unless you're like this, unless you feel the way I feel, unless you have the conditions I have, you don't know what it means when I say that you're broken. You just have to be this way, and apparently, obviously people aren't gonna catch on to this video because you're not at this state, and thank God you're not at this state. But for the people that are, or even worse, you're gonna know what I mean. And I just want to say that, it's hard for me to understand, and I'm trying and trying and trying, and I'm seeing my doctor, and I'm taking medications, and I'm trying this and new medication, and trying that one, and I'm doing different things, and I'm trying a different job and a new job, and so it's like you're switching and trying to try and try and try, and that's it. And that's, you can only just try right now. So if you're trying, and if you're willing to share something with somebody, and if you're definitely, hopefully seeing a therapist, that's a financial burden in itself. I can vouch for that. I don't know how I manage, and God, God works in mysterious ways, and He definitely makes ways, because my doctor that I see now, there's been times where he hasn't taken money from me, and I tell him I don't have money, and he's like, it's okay. So just to keep it easy and short right now, I want to definitely share more when I'm able to share more, but yeah, you're not alone. So thank you for listening, and hopefully I'll be able to talk to you more, and you'll be there to hear it.